Here's how to get a trucking business loan in 24 hours or less. Same day, instant approval, up to 25,000. No collateral, no hard credit checks, and even no interest rates. That's right, we calculate on total payback. And even as much as up to 2 million incredibly fast. Within a day of approval, funds deposited within a day or two, depending on your needs. Right? You can use this to build, grow, expand, and even get out of a tight pinch. Just imagine having this fast funding already seen in your account that you can use for a quick turnaround as emergency funds, get a new tire, for marketing, payroll, certain expenses, to buy a new truck. And I know what you're thinking. Hey, I can't buy a new truck for 25,000 or less. Come on, you got to be kidding me. I know that. I've been working with many different trucking business owners for a long time, and I know what you're looking for. Now, I'm going to get in the share screen here and show you exactly what I'm talking about. So there's this program here. It's called Bank Breezy, small business funding, where you can get up to 25,000 instant approval, same day funding. No joke, okay? There's nothing else in the marketplace like this at all. Now, I won't get so in depth. I have a separate video for that down below in the description, so you can go and look at that specific video. I have a blog post and other content around it, so you can learn more about it, see the different options there too, and why I recommend this as the #1 go-to. Listen, I know there are many trucking business owners who are currently struggling to get more employees, to get out there, they want a new truck, etc. And I'm going to show you how you can actually get a new truck too if it's over 25,000 and for other purposes. So stick with me. How does it work? Immediate approvals, 5,000 plus monthly bank revenue. That's all we ask for. It's very minimal. Have a business checking account. Don't add everything into your personal account. If you have one, get a business checking account. I talk to many small business owners in not only the trucking industry, but all various ones, and they do not have one. It shows legitimacy, and we want to know deposits are going into your business account. It's very important. 6 months in business at least. Again, very small. Have at least a 450 plus FICO credit score, personal credit score. We're not asking for the 3 credit bureaus here. We're asking just for FICO. And that's very minimal. That's in the poor range there. All industries are included and welcomed. Breezy online process, accept approval amount, link online banking, review approval terms, sign agreement online, receive your funds. Simple and fair. No hard credit inquiries, transparent terms, no collateral required, industry leading early pay discounts. And when I say that, it's amazing stuff here. There's nothing else out there like this. Get more when you need. Payment history will earn you more. Receive funds time and time again. Add-on funds are there. They're available for you. And you get a personalized account manager, so you don't have to feel like this lone wolf trying to figure it out all on your own. You get lost. What do you do next? Right? And you save yourself a lot of time and energy, especially money. You don't have to pay to do any of this because it's all free. It doesn't hurt your credit score or anything like that. So don't worry about there being that process for the application. So get funded now. So if you needed more than 25,000, we have a program with David Allen Capital, Inc. That's the company that has the Bank Breezy branch, but they also have their up to 2 million program. So if we go to the business capital here, I'll show you. And again, I have a separate video for David Allen Capital that I reviewed. It'll be down below in the description. So you can view that one along with the Bank Breezy, as well as all the other ones. And you can get up to 2 million this week, simple and fast. Receive a decision within a day and capital up to 2 million as soon as 1 to 2 business days. Small business focused operated providers, use as you choose. So one thing you have to understand, if you need more than 25,000 in the trucking industry, this is specifically for the trucking industry, and I'm going to show you in just a second, but the qualifications: have at least 4 months in business, location, reside anywhere in the US, personal credit score, FICO 500 plus, monthly revenue, be doing 20K plus in monthly revenue in sales to within the last 3 or so months. Okay, very important. You do have that. Industry over 700 different industries served. Now you see the 20K plus per month and you're thinking, great, I can do that, or I have to get there to meet these qualifications. And yes and no. So as a trucker in the trucking business industry, logistics, whatever role you play, you have to understand that There are a few lenders who classify you as being a high risk industry. Now, why they do this? It's because it's so volatile. So many people wanting new trucks, they don't meet the right type of income. It's hard to get them funded traditionally through banks and through other alternative means. It's not that easy. And the lenders have to take a huge risk giving you a lot of money. And they're unsure if they're going to get in return, right? There's a lot of ups and downs in the industry. And I've seen it time and time again. Some people have negatives in their accounts that disapprove them for funding. They've had a default with the merchant cash advance company or other places, and it just doesn't work for them. I've had people try to get funded hundreds of thousands of dollars. And again, yeah, they have defaults. They don't have enough actually of an income as they say they do to qualify for that. So you have to take that into the consideration. It's not all SBA ramp focused. Okay. There's a cost to this, but you got to think about, does the benefit of getting that outweigh the total cost of paying it back, which I'll get into in a moment. But in the trucking business industry, we're looking at, if you're doing 20,000 plus per month within the last 3 or so months, then you can qualify for 75% to 100% of your monthly income, your monthly revenue, your monthly sales. And that being said, if you do like 20,000 per month, kind of like consistently, maybe it's 20, 21,000 and like 22 or around there, then you might be able to get from, let's say, 15,000 to 20,000, more or less. And that's just the reality of it. Don't say, okay, I'm going to go somewhere else. Michael, this guy, I don't want to listen to him. He's full of it. This is the truth. Okay, you can get 75% to 100% in that scenario. Now, if you're doing less than 20,000 per month, I'm not saying have 1 month and then you're not, next thing you know, you have $10,000 and a $14,000 month. If you're doing that in that circumstance, you got to qualify. You're going to go for the up to 25,000 Bank Breezy program. And all this is down below in the description, so you can check it out. Also, let me know in the comment section, have you ever tried to get funding alternatively? What has worked and what hasn't? I'll be able to help you. Now, in the trucking business industry, what should you aim for? Preferably, our lenders want to see you doing 35,000 plus within the last 3 or so months. Even better, they want to see is 50,000. That's what they really go off of. 35,000, but they really want to see 50,000. And then from that, you have to have at least 2 years in business to get 1 to 2 times your monthly. So with David Allen Capital, what they do is if you qualify for, let's say you're 20,000 plus per month within each of the last 3 months, then you can qualify for 1 to 2x. So you can go from 20 to 40,000. And then payment history earns you more. Add-on funds are available, early pay discounts, so the lenders can be flexible with you. You pay back early, you make the payments on time, you show that you're growing profits, expansion, and stuff like that. They'll give you more. Okay, it's just going to happen. And I'm not saying it'll exactly happen for you, just as a disclaimer, but 35,000, 2 years in business, we can do 18 months plus, but preferably we want to look at 2 years. If you're going under, if you need that much, right? If you need a lot more, if you say you 1,000, okay, well, you're doing 20,000 plus per month as a trucker, and that'll be a little bit difficult. Yeah, you do meet it technically here, but what our lenders like to see, and there's a couple of them, experts, they've been doing this for a while, is they want to see you doing at least 35,000, if not even better, 50,000, at least 2 years in business, 18 plus months can be acceptable. And that can happen. Otherwise, if you're still doing 20,000 plus per month and you want some $100,000, that right there isn't even realistic. If you're doing 10,000, you want 100,000, forget about it. So when you want a new truck, you say, I want 50,000. You want a trailer, you want a truck. Well, you got to be up there. You got to be doing the 35 to 50,000 plus consistently within the last 3 or so months. And that's really what it takes. And you're going to see this not only with DAC, but everywhere. Okay. We have experts, professionals, underwriters, lenders the whole team put together. I've brought in a lot of people. So what should you do in that scenario? If you can, for example, if we're using the 20,000 plus per month, and you can qualify from 75% to 100%, and you got 15,000 at a minimum, right? 20,000 could be a max, but let's use the 15,000 example. Then within 45 days, you can withdraw another $15,000. That puts you at 30,000, and then another 15, 45. Next thing you know, you're passing that $50,000 mark, right? In less than 5 or so months, you're already there at the goal you wanted. So what would be the benefit of you using that $15,000 right now? Maybe it's not going to go towards the truck. Okay. It could go towards certain expenses. It can be a turnaround profit, right? You can use it to expand in other places. You got to think outside the box. And then that money that you end up paying back won't matter so much. And again, we don't do interest rates. We do total payback. And I won't go too in the depth on how that works in this video. If you want to talk with me, you can email me, send me a comment down there. We'll get into chats. There's a different video for David Allen Capital here, but we do 1.19x to 1.49x your advanced amount. So you get 50,000, you return back like 59,500 to 75, or no, somewhere around there to 74,500, something like that. But I'm not doing the numbers at the moment, although I've done that time and time again. But that's what you would expect. And it's a lot less expensive than anywhere else. You go to do a traditional merchant cash advance, you're looking at a like 65, 75% interest. I did a quick business loan repayment here calculator on my own. So we do a cash advance amount of 7,500. Total payback would be 1.19x to 1.49x your advanced amount. So that is going to be 8,925, 9,675, or 11,175 that you pay back. And we're calculating this based off of our Bank Breezy here, up to 25,000. And if you pay it back in 30 days, it's an early pay discount. You pay the lowest, 8,925. 60 days in the middle there, in the duration of your term, more so the highest. Add-on funds are available within this. You pay it back, keep withdrawing and adding on to it more. So I just put approximate number here of 4,000, just because I can't give you an exact number of how much you're going to be paying back until you get your term, right? And that'll calculate the total amount of daily payments, because we do daily payments with DAC here. Much better, because you don't run into a default at the end of the month. You have a $2,000 plus payment, as I put here, 2,673, and this is not with interest. So with actual interest that are higher, interest with different add-on fees, and so much more complications that come on with it, with compounds and things that change, you're looking at more than 2,000. Okay, you're looking at such a higher number, and when you do monthly, it causes higher defaults. I just had a client who, wanted 100,000 again, and they couldn't pay back a while ago. They had an MCA that they went into default for, and so they couldn't get funding at all. And so it's more common with monthly. So you got to be careful. So a little micro payment you get taken out each and every day, it's well worth it. Okay, and you're thinking, oh no, I can't do that. Well, think again. Does the benefit of what you're getting outweigh the cost of what you're paying back? And if it's a yes, then you go with it. Now, there's no such thing as being expensive. It's only expensive is subjective. So you may only need it to use for payroll or something that may not make you the profits you wanted, and it's going to be harder to pay back. But what would that do for you? And if you're going to be growing and expanding, it's well worth doing it as well. So you got to think about those things. So if it were daily, total days, Mondays through Fridays, 92 payments, 5 days times 4 weeks equals 20 payments per month times 4 months, and about 3 weeks equals 92 payments. So payment amount, $121.50 could be looked at for this specific funding amount, give or take, depending, okay? So if we're looking at it monthly, and then there are things for MCAs and other purposes. So that's all I wanted to cover in this video. I talked a little bit about the different options, and I have a different post on all small business loans for trucking, 14 plus different options in this one at the time of making this video. I talk more about David Allen Capital. That'll be down below in the description. There's actually another video that I made for this. So if you want to see that other one, down below, check it out, all the different options. But think about it. up to 25,000, same day instant approval, and even up to 2 million with what I told you, some of the qualifications, specifically as a truck driver in the trucking industry, whatever role you play, that 35,000 to 50,000 plus within 2 years, more realistically. And then if you wanted a higher price truck, then we could do it, or we could do it for other parts of equipment that you'll need to keep adding on. All right, so that is everything from me in this video. Look down below in the description to go ahead and get started with Bank Breezy. Check out the DAC up to 2 million. Coming back on this video if you need help. Get a hold of me. My channels will be down below, my email, and all the things that were just considered in this video. All right, thank you.